Hey everyone, we're diving into a great MikroTik feature today, the AdList, which is now a built-in feature into MikroTik RouterOS DNS settings. This is a powerful tool that helps us to keep our network much cleaner. I'm Ramtin, and on this channel we focus on deep diving into networking and system administration topics. So if you're into that, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. Let's start. Look at here, this is a download website. You know that kind. They're full of banner ads, and these ads are unwanted traffic. We didn't ask for them. They just show up everywhere, right? They're really weaken our user experience and making web pages take longer to load. So blocking them is a fantastic idea. Now, one simple way is to just install an Adblocker extension in your browser that will handle most of those banners right away. But another thing we can do using MikroTik and this new AdList feature is to block these ads at the network level. And this makes your entire network run much cleaner. And this is exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Let's take a look at the MikroTik documentation. MikroTik added this native AdList feature starting from RouterOS version 7.15. Before that, we could still block ads, but it was more complicated. We had to use containers with a router running an ARM64 or x86 CPU architecture. Then, we had to use a DNS sinkhole solution via the container, like pihole or AdGuard. These tools acted as a DNS server in our network. They had their own advertiser database which were updated from various sources, and they blocked domains serving ads. It worked, and it is a valuable feature, but it required a specific hardware and setup. But now, with the native AdList in RouterOS, MikroTik has integrated ad blocking right into the OS level. And I think this is great because now you can have this ad blocker feature regardless of your router CPU architecture. Even you have an older router, just update it to 7.15 or later, and you can start using AdList. Okay, let me close the whiteboard. So what does this document say? It explains that we can use AdList to do ad blocking at the network level. Essentially, for ad-related requests, I mean those asking for an A or quad A record, we can return an incorrect answer using this feature. The idea is when a query comes in for an advertiser, MikroTik using the AdList return a non-routable meta address, often called null routing. The banner won't be able to load content because it never gets a real IP for the ad domain. It's a type of filtering we're doing right on our network. So let's jump into the MikroTik doc and see how to implement this feature. They explain the ad list and the things we just talked about. One key they mention is that you need to increase your DNS cache size before importing any large list of advertisers. The default is a small amount, like 2 megabytes. If you check IP, DNS, you can see your current cache size. We're going to ignore this note for a second, see the error, and then we will return an increased cache size. The doc also explains that you can either import a list of advertisers via a URL to a repo or by creating your own text file. We will cover both methods here. There are a lot of projects and repos out there with extensive lists of advertisers. And all we need is the URL of the file that lists those domains. One of the most popular lists is the StevenBlack list. Let me open it in my browser. See, it's a massive list, and it's constantly being updated by the community users. Notice that it also implements that null routing, returning quad 0 for ad domains. There are tons of domains here, guys. Probably, I think, more than 70,000. And the great thing about this list is it's constantly being refreshed. So we can directly import this list. The command is right here in the documentation, and I can just copy and paste it into my terminal. So I'll copy the command now. I'm going to paste it into my MikroTik terminal. And remember, I haven't increased my cache size yet. So I expect an error. I'm pasting the command. It's going to the IP, DNS, and AdList menu, adding an entry using the URL to call the file, and I'm setting SSL verify to no. I hit enter and it's added. Now let's open the log. Look at that. It says AdList exceeded max cached entries. Our list is so big and it exceeded the default cache size, so I couldn't import everything. So let's fix that. I'll go to the IP menu and then DNS. I'm going to increase our cache size. Let's go with 200 megabytes for now. You can see the cache use was about 2 megabytes and it was completely full. I'll hit apply and clear the cache. I'll go back to my ad list, delete the entry that partially loaded and return to the terminal. I'll run the command again and this time I expect no error. There we go, no error here. If we look back, the cache usage is now about 6 megabytes. Let's check how many entries we actually imported. I can use this command, IP, DNS, AdList, print. And there it is, 79,000 domains have been pulled from StevenBlack list. My MikroTik now recognizes all those as advertisers. So if I try to send a DNS query for any of these domains, null routing will happen and the banner won't load again. Before we test it, let me delete the entry and re-add it using Winbox so we can see that process too. I'll remove the list from the add list menu and I'll copy the URL again. Go to Winbox, navigate to the DNS section and hit the add list button. And then add. I'll select the URL option and paste the URL and uncheck SSL verify. Look, it's imported, 79,000 domains added. Now we can test it. You'll see the match count here increase, showing you how many domains have been blocked by this list. For testing, there's a great website called Can You Block It? If I open it, you can see the match count on MikroTik router is already going up. The website also has a test tool. If I hit start testing, it runs different levels of tests, simple and advanced, to confirm your ad blocker is working correctly. It takes a moment to run, but you can see here the count is continuing to rise. And you see, this is how we get that cleaner network. Okay, that's great, but our discussion isn't over yet. We still need to talk about importing a list using a file. When we clicked Add in the Add List menu, beside the URL option we just tested, there's also the file option. This means I can create a text file on my MikroTik, put in my custom null routing entries, and then load it. So let's get back. The documentation shows the exact format you need. Create a text file and add your null routing entry. It's quad 0 followed by a space and then the domain you need to block, and so on. So let's check out a popular download website. I'll open it in my web browser and using inspect tool via right-click options or F12 key on the keyboard. To find the domains of advertisers, if I hover my mouse over an ad banner, I can usually spot the advertiser's domain. For example, now you can see I can find something like that. That's an advertiser's domain. You can spend some time and find many others. So let's create a custom text file to block that domain we found. We need this domain to be blocked so the banner ad doesn't load anymore. I can create a text file on my system and then upload it to the MikroTik, or I just can do it right here on the MikroTik itself. Let's do it on the MikroTik this time. I'll go to the Files menu and create a new file. Or, I can do it in the terminal. I can use a command like files add and then text file to do that. But I will create it here in the Files menu. Let's name it something like Persian-ads.txt. Now you can see the file exists, but it's empty. Let's enter the editor mode via the MikroTik terminal. I use this command, file, edit, and then specify the file name, Persian-ads.txt, and we need to edit the contents property, right? I'm now in the editor, which is very similar to the nano editor in Linux systems. I can type my null routing entry, quad 0, and then a space and my domain. To save it, I just can hit Ctrl+O. So if I open it again, the content is here. Now I'll go back to my add list menu and add another entry. This time I'll select file instead of URL and I don't need SSL verification. I'll point it to my Persian-ads.txt file and hit apply. It's added. So if I refresh this download website now, that one specific ad should be blocked and not load anymore. Let me open an incognito tab in my browser and open the website. So you can see that banner is now successfully blocked and not being called anymore. Let's add one more thing for testing. I'll go back to the editor mode and add one more domain. It's my personal website, it's not an advertiser. So let's create null routing for it, quad 0 space my domain, and now I can save it and exit. Now notice that back in the AdList menu, the entry for the file still says one domain. I need to click reload button. This will enforce the MikroTik to reread the file, or if it were a URL list, it would check the URL for updates. But don't worry about it, you don't need to manually reload these lists. It will automatically every 4 hours, as MikroTik documentation says. After reloading it, it now shows 2 entries. Let me try to open this website again in a new incognito tab. See, it's not opening. And if I do an NS lookup for ramtin.ir, which is my website, you can see quad 0 is being returned. That is null routing in action, and I can't access this website anymore. Now, for one last crucial point before we wrap up our discussion on AdList, creating an exception or a whitelist. We have a massive list here, almost 80,000 domains. You can see the match count is still going up. But what if there is a specific domain you want to make an exception for it? If it's in your custom file, you can just delete the entry. But if it's in the URL list, like the StevenBlack one, you can't edit that file. So we need to create an exception. To create an exception, you need to set up a forward record in your DNS settings. I'll go to the static section in the DNS settings in my MikroTik and hit add. I'll say that is for my domain and the type should be forward. So I'm telling the router to forward this query to another DNS server like the public Google DNS. By doing this, I'm creating an exception for this domain. So let's test it. I'll flush the DNS cache on the router and I need to flush my DNS on my client machine as well. Now, if I enter NS lookup for this domain, I will get the real IP address back, you see? So we've successfully created an exception for that specific domain. This works whether the domain was on a file list or a URL list. One final settings to show you guys. You can pause the ad blocking system on MikroTik. If you hit pause, you can set a pause duration, maybe for an hour, during which no ads will be blocked. This is helpful if you're troubleshooting, for example, for opening a website. Maybe your ad blocking system is causing an issue and some standard websites doesn't open with this system. So you can pause it, test it, and then after the duration is up, the blocking system automatically resumes. Finally, remember that the AdList is stored on your router's disk, and it is very important to have enough storage space. So that's all. Thanks for watching. To keep your network clean and fast, make sure you subscribe. Catch you later.